Hello everyone and welcome to another video. Denise would like to introduce you to a very deluded scammer called Steve George. Steve kept forgetting which story he was trying to tell, but somehow he managed to muddle through, muddle being the word. Facebook deleted his fake account before I had a chance to screenshot it or start this video, so I had to retrieve the conversation from settings, so I'm afraid it's upside down, and on here he's referred to as other user. "I'm Steve George," he said, "from Beverly Hills, California. I'm a licensed physician. I was trained in orthopedic surgery and work with the UN. My training includes primary care internal medicine at the University of Southern California, family care, Orthopedic Medical Center in Montcalm, California." "Where are you from, and what is your profession?" he asked. "I live in Guildford. It's in Surrey in England," said Denise. "I'm retired. I was an accountant. I run my own business with my late husband." "It's a nice pleasure meeting you," he said. "I have worked with Citizens Medical Center as a doctor, and St Vincent's Hospital and private healthcare. Currently, I work as a private physician with the US government over here in Yemen. I've been widowed, and I have twin daughters." "I'm sorry for the loss of your husband. How many children do you have?" "I will appreciate us being good friends in sincerity, honesty and trust." And if the person that you're talking to online comes up with that line, and it's quite a common one, then it's pretty certain that they're going to be good friends in anything but sincerity, honesty and trust, more like dishonesty. "Although we just met each other, we can share ideas and discuss more issues as we talk more about ourselves." "What do you say?" he asked. "I assure you that we will be best of friends, and that people will envy you and I. All we need to do is to be sincere in our communication, as good friends. Okay?" "I'm surprised people can afford a private physician in Yemen," said Denise, "but I guess there are richer folk everywhere." "I'm the head of my medical team," he said, "and I have nurses which work under me, and I'm a contract here in Yemen. I would we can have a good communication for us to know each other better. What are your hobbies, interests, lifestyle, religious beliefs, and plans for the future?" "Flippin' heck," said Denise. "Ask everything at once, why don't you? What are your hobbies, interests, lifestyle, religious beliefs, and plans for the future? I want a full answer to each part of that question, please. Then I'll know what you expect me to say." "Okay," he said. "Well, my hobbies are reading newspapers, watching TV, listening to music, sports, particularly swimming. I love travelling, religious beliefs, Roman Catholic. My plans for my future are many, but I will really love to find a woman and settle down. So, tell me about yours." "And your lifestyle?" asked Denise. "I told you, full answers to all the questions before I answer you." "My lifestyle? I like sharing good communication." That'll be first. "And travel around the world. I like spending time with my loved ones." "I do a lot of walking," said Denise. "I knit and do my puzzle books. I have a chaotic bohemian lifestyle. My religion is none of your business. I'm interested in existential polymorphism, and my plan for the future is to keep breathing." "Have you travelled to lots of places?" "Yes," he said. "I've travelled to different countries. I would like us to have close communication together and discuss somewhere more private for us to have a close conversation. You can text me on email or Google Hangout for us to know more better." Over on Hangouts, our man was glad to have found Denise. "We can continue our conversation on getting to know more about ourselves. Tell me, what are your plans for today?" "I'm going out in a few minutes," said Denise. "I need to go and get some shopping. What are you doing today?" "All right, my friend," he said. "I'm working at the office right here. It's 5:44 p.m. here in Yemen. What time is it there?" "It's 2:45, said Denise. "What are you doing in the office?" "I'm working on some paperwork here at the office," he said. "I'll be free in 2 hours from now, so we can have enough time to talk together and getting to know each other." "Tell me about the photos on your Facebook page," Denise asked the next morning. I had managed to screenshot the header photos from his Facebook page before it was deleted. "They look so lovely. Where were you?" "Thank you for the nice compliment for my pictures," he said. I'd like you to create enough time for us to have a pleasant conversation together. What kind of programme do you like to watch? And what sports are you into? I like watching criminal show. I love to watch the Pittsburgh Steelers." "You didn't tell me where those photos were taken," said Denise. "These ones." And she managed to copy and paste the photos that he'd used at the beginning of his Facebook page. "I've just put it here so that you can have a guess about where it was taken. Then I'll tell you where our man thinks it was taken. And then Dr. Watson got on the case, and I'll show you where it really was taken." "I took this picture a year ago, in California," he said. "I hope you're having a pleasant day. When is your convenient time for us to have a good conversation together?" "It's so lovely," said Denise. "Where were you in California?" "I can't really say when's a good time to talk. When I remember to turn on the iPad. I'm here now." "Thank you," he said. "I really appreciate. I took it in Beverly Hill, California." I showed the photo to Dr. Watson, who came back the next day and said, "By the way, I found your chap's Beverly Hills. It's in Peru." "Tell me," our man continued, "how long have you been single without a husband? Don't you feel lonely sometimes? I mean, loneliness of not having a man next to you?" "My Albie died 5 years ago," said Denise. "I miss him a lot." "I'm sorry for your lose," he said. "I lost my wife since 5 years ago due to lung cancer, and I would wish on anyone as partner. I have twins daughters. I feel lonely a lot of times, and that's why I need to find love again. Someone that will love me as much as I'll love her. Have a feeling that destiny brought us together for a reason. How many children do you?" The following day, our man came up with one of the classic giveaways that you're talking to a scammer. "Good morning, my friend," he said. "How are you doing today, and how was your night?" "I have 2 children and 4 grandchildren," said Denise, answering what he'd asked her the previous day. "I just got back from doing my shopping." "All right," he said. "I'm glad you had a great day. I hope you can have enough free time to chat with me here. From my own opinion, when it comes to marriage, there's actually nothing superior than being with your soulmate, someone who truly adores you, understands you, cherishes and loves you the way you are. Don't you think so?" "I think you just described my Albie there," said Denise. "He was a lovely man." "Are you living alone in your house?" he asked. A classic giveaway that you're talking to a scammer. If you ask them why they've said it, they'll say they're concerned about your welfare. They aren't concerned about your welfare. They're concerned that there's nobody else in your house that can warn you that you're talking to a scammer. "So tell me," he continued the next morning, "how about your parents? Are they alive?" "I'm 76, darling," said Denise. "My parents died 30 years ago." "I'm sorry for the loss," he said. "Are you living alone in your own house?" he asked again. "My children both have families of their own," she said. "My son lives in Godalming with his family, and my daughter lives in Brighton with her family. I have 4 grandchildren. Do you have family?" "My parents died since 2001, and I'm the only surviving child of my deceased parents," said our 60-something-year-old. "My kids are with their school teacher, who is married with 2 male kids. My daughters are all I have now. They're my world, and my all in all. I'm living with my beautiful twin daughters, as I miss them so much. Can't wait to retire and be home with them. What are your prominent traits?" Exactly the kind of question you ask a lady that you've just met online. "That's very kind of their school teacher," said Denise. "What on earth does that mean? Tell me what your prominent traits are, so I know what you mean." So he did. "Energetic, loyal, caring, stubborn, and passionate." "Oh," said Denise, "I'm not into self-analysis." "Tell me," he asked, "what are your future plans? And would you like to get married if you meet the right man for you?" "I don't think I could get married again," said Denise. "I don't have any future plans. I'm very happy with my life as it is. What are your plans?" "I will love to invest in real estate," he said, "and build a new fertility hospital when my contract ends, and also get married again. I would like to travel with my partner and go to the beautiful places of our dreams. I'm on a contract worth $75 million over here in Yemen." "Oh my goodness," said Denise. "That's a lot of money." "I have to tell you more about myself," he said. "Where would you build a hospital?" asked Denise. "Yes, you really should tell me more about yourself." That, of course, was a big mistake on Denise's part, because that gave our man the perfect opportunity to copy and paste his biography. So here we go. "I have learnt to be caring, loving, honest, faithful, and very romantic. I am clean living. I do not smoke. I drink only on social occasions with friends. People say I am generous. I like to be helpful. I sponsor people in poorer countries. I will always do my best to make my spouse happy. I like to surprise her with flowers. I will give her good gifts I know she likes. It is nice to eat out at good restaurants, but I like the occasional candlelight dinner at home." I think he's talking to the wrong person, isn't he? He should be talking to Annie. "My work allows me to go on many vacations each year. I like to go to exotic as well as places of her interest, but going alone can be boring. I like entertaining and visiting friends, taking a walk in the local park. If you like holding hands and walking barefoot on the sand in the moonlight." Isn't that out of a film or out of a song? "Then you are that lady of my dreams I have been looking for, LOL. My main hobbies are travelling, photography, also gardening and sunbathing. Would you believe I get satisfaction out of fixing things? I just want to share what I have with a loving partner. I make friends easily. I like Build It in California or any place of my choice." That's because she asked him where he was going to build his hospital. And just compare that list of hobbies with the list of hobbies that he came up with earlier. I guess it's easy to forget that you like reading newspapers, watching TV, listening to music, and doing sports, particularly swimming, and decide that actually you prefer photography, gardening, and sunbathing. He did put travelling on both lists. But wait, there's more. Our man continued. Aged 60. Date of birth 19th of August 1957. Zodiac Leo. Height 165 centimetres. Weight 97 kilograms. City Beverly Hills, California. Eyes blue, hair grey. Occupation medical doctor. Education master's degree. Religion Roman Catholic. Marital status widower. Kids 1. I'm sure you had twins earlier. Languages English, German, Spanish, Russian and Latin. I like these kinds of music. Blues and jazz. I usually read novels, newspaper. Tell me more about yourself. Phew. Is that your boat that you're steering in the photo on Facebook?" asked Denise a little bit later, having not answered any of those questions. "Yes, it's my boat," he said, "and I also have horses. So, tell me, what is your favourite colour? I enjoy having a conversation with you and getting to know more about you as well." "Blue," said Denise. "Why do you want to know? I was hoping for a more intellectually stimulating conversation with the doctor." "Yes, we will always have frequent conversation together," he said. "Can I have a picture of you if you can?" "If you give me your address, I'll post you one," said Denise. "Oh, wow! That would be so sweet of you. You can try and send it to me right here." "I don't know what you're talking about, darling," said Denise. "I have one of them digital cameras. My grandson Benji prints my photos for me. There isn't a slot big enough to put it in on my iPad." "It's okay, my dear," he said. "You can send it on my email address. Get your photo." "No, darling," said Denise. "I need your address, where you live, so I can put it in an envelope and post it to you." And so he sent her 3 photos. "I hope you like these pictures of mine," he said. Another giveaway that you're talking to a scammer, and they get awfully offended if you don't tell them how amazingly wonderful they are immediately. "Is that your boat?" said Denise. "I'm envious. Where was the photo with the statue taken? It looks amazing." "Yes, my dear. He said you don't have to. We shall have a boat ride together when we meet in person. Hold on, let me send it to you." And he sent her another photograph of him driving a boat, the one that was on the Facebook page. "Oh, I'd love to have a ride on your boat," said Denise. "Fancy little old me on your boat. I can't believe it could really happen." "I took it back home in Beverly Hills, California," he said. "The one with the statue or the one on the boat?" asked Denise. "Yes, it will definitely happen, my dearest." "You didn't say which one was back home in Beverly Hills, the boat or the statue," said Denise. "Or are you saying that's your house in Beverly Hills and the boat is there too?" Yes, he said. I took the both pictures in Beverly Hill on my boat, but sometimes I went on vacation on a cruise trip. But I feel lonely when I'm alone, so I will prefer going with my partner. The one with the statue? That isn't on a boat, said Denise. Where was the photo of you in front of the statue of a lady taken? And it soon became very clear that our man had no idea what a statue actually is. I seek for a woman with similar interests as myself, he said. A person who is genuine, quiet, matured, honest, heated, and trustworthy. One who likes to travel and to enjoy the good life. I like a woman who takes a pride in her appearance, as well as her home, and is happy to meet and entertain people by showing them love and caring. It would be nice if she is of the same faith as me, but that is not always possible. Please ask me any questions. They can be of a sexually mature if you're concerned about my age. I think I'm a good lover. Oh, I know, said Denise. I have a question. Where was the photo of you in front of the statue of a lady taken? There was no lady with me on my Facebook statue, he said. I already sent you the photo of me on the boat. Oh, FGS, said Denise. Where was that photo of you standing in front of a statue of a lady taken? You know, the one you sent me just now. And she managed to copy and paste the photo that he'd sent her. OK, I'm sorry, he said. Now I know what you were talking about. I took this photo in Greece. Oh, OK, said Denise. Looks like an amazing place. So he sent her another photo of the same statue. I sent the photo to Dr. Watson. Dr. Watson didn't even need to go online to look it up. She knew it immediately. She's been there. That's Monaco, she said, or more specifically, the casino in Monaco. You've been there, I asked. Yes, she said. Sorry, mate. Here is the lady's statue, he said, after he'd sent it to her again, and then proving that he was a scammer. You have your dinner and shower already. Oh, said Denise, how did you have my dinner? Yes, I did, he said, and soon I'll be going out for military patrol with the US Army. What are you doing right now? Military patrol? Asked Denise. Are you a soldier? I told you our man was getting muddled about which story he was telling. I work as a military doctor here in Yemen, he backpedalled quickly, and I treat the injured soldier right here at the medical centre. I'll be right back shortly. I know I'm getting old, said Denise. I thought you said you were a private doctor in Yemen. Yes, I'm a private doctor, working with the US government, and I'm being here on a contract, taking care of the US Army and the Yemen citizens. I hope you understand me, my dearest friend. Another giveaway that you're talking to a scammer. It's quite common for them to say, I hope you understand me, usually when they've typed a sentence which is just a collection of random words that don't mean anything. No, I don't, said Denise. Why on earth would you go on patrol? You'd be a danger to the soldiers if you aren't properly trained. I'd expect them to bring the wounded to you. Honey, he said, I'll try to be safe, OK? You have to pray for my safety right here in Yemen. What's the time with you right now? It's 9:15, said Denise, and I still don't understand why you're going on patrol. I think you've got confused. You were probably told there'll be a patrol tomorrow so that you can be on standby at the hospital. I sometimes go on a patrol, he said. If there were any emergencies at the patrol, I always have time on a standby at the hospital. OK, if you say so, said Denise, who hadn't understood what he'd said. And then, resorting to Google, our man realised what time zone he was meant to be in. It's 00:24 a.m. here in Yemen, he said. I'll get some rest now and talk to you tomorrow morning. Denise ignored him the next day, and that evening he said, So, tell me, do you own the house you're living in? And how big is it? Another giveaway that you're talking to a scammer. They're fishing for information to see how much money they might be able to steal from you. Why do you want to know? Asked Denise. Are you thinking of buying it from me? I don't really think I want to sell it. Sorry. That's OK, my dear, he said. I don't want to buy your home. Well, I have a 6-bedroom mansion, 3 sitting rooms with swimming pool, lounge, big garden, outside bar and barbecue stands. What kind of a car do you drive? And what colour is it? I drive a 2010 Cadillac CTS Sea Blue. I don't have a car, said Denise. Happy Sunday to you, he said a few hours later, having failed to get anything useful out of her. How are you doing today? And then he launched into another list of questions. How tall are you? I'm 5'7". And if you can be bothered to go backwards in the video, you'll see that previously he told her he was 165 centimetres. I asked Google how tall that was, in feet and inches. Google, of course, knows everything, and came back and told me that it was 5 foot 5 inches. He appears to have gained 2 inches in height in about the last 10 minutes. What type of music do you listen to? I listen to all types of music. I like R&B, old school stuff. I'm a big Patti LaBelle fan, and don't listen to heavy rock, heavy country or rap. Are you right-handed or left-handed? I'm right-handed. Do you take showers or bath? I do baths at night, almost every night, ritual. I love hot water and showers in the AM. If you were given 3 chances to make a choice in life, what would you choose? My 3 choices in life would be me, my kid, and my partner. Is this some kind of game that came in your Christmas stocking from Santa Claus? Asked Denise. You haven't answered my questions, he said. I'm 5'1", said Denise. I like Baroque music. I've never heard of Patti labelled. Why is she labelled? I have 2 hands. Yes, I do take baths and showers. I'm not that old that I need help with washing. And if you're your own first choice, then I hope you'll always be very happy with yourself. Our man's list of questions continued the following morning, and he proved that most scammers don't read what you've said. Good morning, my dear, he said. I hope you slept well last night. Do you like to play with the heart of a man? I don't play games. I had my heart played with another woman, and I wouldn't do that to anyone. I've been hurt before, and I don't wish that on anyone. What are your favourite types of food? I like most foods. I cook anything I want to eat. My weakness is potatoes with chicken. Do you attend church? I don't attend church regularly. I was raised Catholic and had to go to church daily. I feel that religion is too hypocritical, so I'm spiritual and believe in the Almighty. Tugging heartstrings is my favourite occupation, said Denise. I don't eat. I'm breatharian. I'm a Ninth-day Adventist. I hope you're having a great day out there, he said several hours later. Yes, I am, thanks, said Denise. And then Denise asked him a seemingly innocent question. You know, the sort of question that anyone that owns a boat would love to be asked, because they jump at the chance to tell you all about it. Tell me about the boat that you own, asked Denise. What do you want to know about the boat? He said. How long have you had it? What kind of boat is it? Where you keep it? Anything you want to tell me about it. You know, tell me about it. I own Sail World Boat, he said, and I keep at Lakeside under the insurance company for maintenance. I would like us to get into a serious relationship and see how things goes together with us. What do you say? I say, that doesn't make sense, said Denise. I was going to say the same thing, but apparently she said it for me. What's a Sail World Boat? Is it a make of boat? Let's talk about something else, please, he said hastily. Why, said Denise, you told me you own a Sail World Boat. I just asked you what that is. Why did you tell me if you didn't want me to ask about it? I don't want to talk about it, he said. I feel sad being alone. I really want us to discuss about ourselves. Don't be ridiculous, said Denise. You posted a photo of yourself on your boat. Now you're telling me you don't want to talk about it. That's the most absurd thing I've heard. And yes, I'm trying ever so hard to discuss about ourselves by asking you about your boat, the one you sent photos of, the one you tell me is a Sail World boat. I assume you do know what kind of boat you own, or are you just making it up, lying to try to impress me? You don't even own a boat, do you? What is so important about this boat that interests you? He tried. I knew you didn't own a boat, said Denise. You're just lying to me, and it's such a simple question. All I asked is what is a Sail World boat? If you don't even know what it is, then I know you're lying to me. So go away. Goodbye, idiotic liar. Why are you saying all these words to me? He said. Why do you think I don't know the kind of boat I own? Because you absolutely refuse to tell me, said Denise. It should be a simple, easy question to answer. The kind of boat I have, he finally managed, is runabout. That's the name of it. Phew, said Denise. Why did it take so long for you to say that? So it's a runabout, Sail World boat. I assume runabout is the make and Sail World is the model. Yes, it is, he said, and I sometimes call it Sail World. I'd rather go to the dentist and have my teeth pulled than try and have a conversation with you, said Denise. It would be much quicker. To which our man replied, All right, my dear. What time would you get back home so that we can discuss more better? I need to have a better conversation with you. And I promise I didn't make that up. I just took a screenshot and read it to you. I'm here, said Denise, and I can't wait to discuss anything better. But just be aware that anything you ask me will be met with the same evasion, so you'll have to ask me at least 6 times before I answer. It's okay, he said. I want to discuss about our heart desires and getting into a serious relationship with each other. That is the most important thing for us. If you say so, said Denise. I want us to build complete trust and sincerity with each other as time goes on. Would you accept me to be part of your life and heart? That depends on whether you want a proper conversation or you're just going to make stupid answers if I ask you a question. Because so far, your track record of being sincere is sadly lacking, said Denise. I don't understand why you're saying such words to me, he said. Because it's true, said Denise. I'm sorry about that. I want us to have good understanding with each other, please. I've been trying, said Denise. And so our man wrote an essay about love and trust, and I can't tell you what it says because I haven't read it, and I'm sure you don't want me to read it out to you. If you do, just pause the video and read the screen. I apologise to any visually impaired viewers, but I really don't think you need to know what he said. You don't expect me to read all that, do you? Said Denise. I hardly know you, and now you're babbling on about love. Get a grip. It's okay, he said. I will get some rest now. It's already late now. Good idea, said Denise. Then I don't have to put up with your inane babble. Have a nice day, he said. What time is it out there? He disappeared on Wednesday, and he was back on Thursday. Are you there, honey? I'm feeling sad and depressed. I just cannot hide my feeling. I'm having a problem with the security company in Spain, Madrid. That's very sad, said Denise. He was back the next day. About the issues I wanted to discuss with you, honey. I will please want you to read it very carefully and keep this very confidential. And then, in uppercase letters, in brackets, secret, to yourself alone. If we work this out with care, we will be so glad. You just have to follow my instruction and everything will go smoothly. What's so confidential? Secret? Asked Denise. And why is secret in uppercase letters and in brackets? Should I don a long dark wig and dark suit so I look properly careful and secret? Will your instructions self-destruct after 30 seconds? Not having any idea what she'd just said, our man continued with his story. 8 months ago, I went for an operation here in Yemen, and the mission was led by the Yemen army alongside some of the United Nations deployed troops, because the area is in their jurisdiction, but we wanted to carry out the task for the Yemen president, because the military of Yemen lacked proper training and skills to carry out such operation. Again, forgetting that he was a doctor, not a soldier. But thank God, the mission was a success, and on that same mission I took a bullet and I lost 2 men. During our raiding and bursting of these bastards, Taliban rebels, and out intel passed a resourceful information to us, and with the lead, our base approved we make the confrontation, and to our greatest surprise, we found in their hideouts lots of ammunition. If anyone understands that, go to the top of the class. It was a plan for a suicide plot against our base, and the sum of $150 million in cash. These people are terrible. How can a human being sit and plan to kill his fellow human being just because of his belief? I don't understand what you're talking about, said Denise. Why'd you keep going on missions? To ensure the safety of the US Army if there is any need for immediate medical attention he said hastily. "Before getting to the hospital, you have to read it carefully and follow my instructions." "If you say so," said Denise. "On our way back to the camp, we made a stop, and our commander summoned me and other surgeon doctors like myself. He mapped out some of the money we received as a compensation from the Yemen government due to the huge sum of amount we found at the Taliban base and was returned to the Yemen government. I can't say no. I took it with the reality of the fact that I will be leaving the army soon. I remembered so many good comfort the money will provide when I leave the army. I took it, and we took an oath of secrecy with the commander and the other doctors like me, because we're not supposed to accept any compensation being in the camp or peacekeeping assignment. $5.4 million was my share. $5,400,000. My fear was that this money cannot be safe in the camp because we're not allowed to keep cash. But I was lucky enough. I got a Red Cross member who had to help me get it out from here. He was to send it home, but due to the security check he had in Spain, Madrid, he had to deposit the money with the security company. The money has been there since then." "OK," said Denise. "It can stay there till you leave Yemen, surely." "It's OK," he said. "You can apply for my urgent leave for me to get my consignment boxes myself. It doesn't cost much to apply for my urgent leave. It only costs $4,500. "That's good," said Denise. "I'm sure you can afford that. I don't have any money. I'm an old age pensioner." "You can tell me how much you can help me with to process my leave, please?" he asked. "I'm sure an eminent surgeon such as yourself can afford to pay for his own leave," said Denise. "I think I have £20 in my purse. If you give me your address, I can post that to you." "I'm not given to access to my bank account right here at the base camp," he said, "until I'm out of here for security reasons. Immediately I'm back in the States, I'll be able to give you back your money within 3 to 4 days' time." "That's a shame," said Denise. "You'll have to wait for your regular leave. $4,500 for a week's holiday. That's just ridiculous. You should complain to your union rep." "It is the policy right here," he said, "and I will have to apply it through the UN authority for me to leave here. You are the only person I can discuss this with and see if you can help me." "I can apply," said Denise. "Maybe they'll let you pay after you get back to the States." "I must have to pay a down payment before I can be let out from the base camp," he said. "I'm sure one of your colleagues can lend you some money," said Denise. "Please help me," he said. "I believe you can help me with this money to leave here." "You believe wrongly then," said Denise. "I told you, all I have is £20 in my purse. If you send me your address, I can post that to you." "So," continued our despicable scammer, "when will you get your monthly pension payment? I promise to pay you back your money immediately I leave here. You can take it from your savings." And just like that, Denise ghosted him. He came back the next morning. "Hello, honey. How are you doing today? I've been waiting to talk with you for long. I hope all is well with you." "Keep hoping, mate. Keep hoping." I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do all the things that you usually do. You know, like it, click that like button, share it with your friends, comment down below. I do read every single comment, honestly. In fact, for me, your comments are the best part of this channel. And please subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you again in another video.